Roll for Romance is a podcast featuring 5 friends horny for D20.
Hello and welcome to Roll for Romance. I'm your DM, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hey, who are you? Hey, what's up? Who are you?
I'm Des.
Who do you play, Des?
Hilrana.
Amazing. Do I have any other lovely companions with me today?
I'm an unlovely companion.
Oh, you're so lovely.
I'm Sara, and I play Laniver.
Wonderful to meet you,
It's
Sarah.
very nice to meet you all. Thanks for having me.
I'm Holly, and I'm playing Faris.
Amazing.
Hi.
This is the hardest introduction in the entire podcast.
I feel like there's one more person with
Your
us.
voice.
I can feel another spirit in the room.
I'm Miles and I... Wait. Shit. I'm Lauren and I play Miles.
Amazing.
And I'm Penny, and I play Chadley.
Yes,
That's right.
Penny, the mini dachshund, is the playing Chadley for us.
Okay, man. You got this. Sure, you fucked up at beach volleyball and caused your team to lose. And yeah, you embarrassed yourself during the workout with melees. But you always gotta remember what they tell you in Hyper Shred. You are a strong, capable dwarf, and failure is just another step on the path to becoming your best self. Tonight we're gonna party and we're gonna show everyone the best version of Thaladin there is. Melees is just a super chill, nice, incredibly strong, handsome, overwhelmingly hot guy. Ugh. You don't need to feel intimidated. It's okay. You are also all of those things. So go out there tonight at this party and just show everyone how amazing you are. And definitely don't worry about the ghosts that you heard the servants talking about that haunt that grotto.
So we start now with Laniver and Faris, Chadley, and Ingrid possessed by ghosts. I'm going to do a little bit of a retcon from last time in that I said that Faris didn't have control of everything. Instead, these ghosts are going to be co-pilots with the host. So you have cards that tell you a little bit about the spirit that is residing in your body and mind with you. And they will give you some perks, they will give you some negatives, and just give you great times. Great fun friend times. Hilrana and Miles, as you see the ghosts have entered your friends, you were able to repel them. What do you do in this weird moment?
I'm just gonna look at Miles and be like, this doesn't look good. Glad I didn't drink that punch.
Well, I drank the punch, but I would like to do Divine Sense.
I feel like we should have known that there were going to be ghosts based on the fact that it was in a grotto.
Is that a known
grottos
ghost place?
are ghost havens.
Ghost grotto.
That's a ghost grotto.
I
No, I didn't know
not.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn
You
something
gotta be
new.
careful of those grottos.
I like thinking like the Playboy Mansion had a grotto.
You know there are ghosts in that grotto, right?
God, that's
Sexy
disturbing to think
ghosts.
about.
I don't know if they're
very
sexy.
depressed.
The Playboy Mansion sounds like one of the least sexy places
No.
when I've actually read
I
about it.
know.
I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god, this is depressing.
So your divine sense can register strong evil or powerful good, and then you can also tell the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you.
Nice.
So, Miles, you tap into your divine sense. You don't detect anything that's particularly evil or good. You do get a little bit of good emanating off of any of the people that are around you. That is anyone in the party good aligned?
I'm good aligned.
Okay, yeah. So you're getting some good vibes from Lanny.
I'm the only one.
You definitely don't get any evil vibes,
Okay.
but none of the spirits seems to be good or evil. And you definitely sense undead because there are a bunch of ghosts that are here
There are
inside your
ghosts.
friends.
Okay. But they speak Celestial?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep, they spoke Celestial to you.
Yeah, I guess I'll just ask them to depart. Don't possess my friends.
Okay, so Milay says, don't possess my friends. Are you trying to be intimidating or persuasive?
I'll try intimidation. I'll be like, get out of my friends.
Okay, make an intimidation.
Make
an intimidation check for me, Milays.
I got a 23.
Hey,
Very intimidating.
I need Chadley to roll a d20 for me and let me know what the result is. And it's just for chat. It's not, you don't add anything.
6.
Okay, so you can sense, Milays, for a moment that whatever spirit that's inside Chadley, like Chadley's able to try to take advantage of it for a moment to get it to be pushed out of Chadley, but he just isn't able. The ghost fights back and is stubborn and stays.
Man, stupid ghost.
Yeah.
Foul spirits. How are you feeling? Faris, Lonnie. I don't know if you know this, but you were just possessed.
Yes, I do know that I'm possessed. Definitely possessed. And it's a little odd.
Bad?
It's not the worst thing that's happened to me.
What's
I
the
have
worst
another
thing that's
voice
ever
in my
happened?
head right now, so that's new. So I think that maybe we should just go to the temple and then do whatever it is that they want if it's not too terrible, and then maybe they'll go away.
Well, I just want to sing and I want to dance my way to that temple. I feel so good.
Chadley is just looking at everybody and he keeps scratching his ear and he's very upset.
Oh, Chadley seems very disturbed by all of this.
Ingrid comes over and she takes her arm and just places it around Lanny's shoulders, and she's like, we should just go to this temple. It'll be such a fun time.
Let's just go and see how things resolve.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? I know y'all are all real gung-ho about going to this temple, but I'm a little wary of your motivations because you are half possessed. How about
What's
I will
wrong
lead?
with going to the temple, really? I mean, it's just a temple, so why shouldn't we go?
We can go. All I'm saying is just stay a few steps behind. Let me and Hilrana go in first since we're in complete possession of our faculties. We'll give it a look-see, and then we'll let you know if it's safe to come in. Deal?
Jalessa pipes in and she's like, just a point of order. I'm not sure what temple they're talking about.
Wait, there isn't a temple?
There's a shrine to Adria on the southern tip of the island. That's where the cleric lives that we were able to get to revive the people from the airship, but I don't know of a temple.
I'm asking myself out loud, is that where you want me to go? What temple are we talking about?
The voice in your head says, I will take you there.
All right, well, they're saying that they'll just take me to the temple if I follow them.
I think that's okay, but I still think me and Milays need to be the ones to check it out. Are you going to be able to wait outside the temple?
I mean, I hope so.
I hope so.
Ghosties, keep in check.
I'll just stand outside and practice my sweet moves
There you go.
while y'all go in.
So wait a second, we're just gonna go with a bunch of cave ghosts and go inside there? Do you need us for this cave ghost expedition?
No, you could stay here.
Paladin's like, oh, the cave ghosts, I'm definitely going. If nothing else but to protect my friends.
Oh, thank you, Thaladin. That's so kind of you.
Meleeves gives like an appreciative nod to Thaladin.
Ingrid looks at all of you, and Ingrid's like, anyone who wants to come, I'd love for them to.
Me
That doesn't
too.
sound good.
You might want a different party.
I don't like the sound of that, Milays.
I don't know if I portrayed that, but she was laughing at the word come.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got that.
Yeah.
That was loud and clear.
Hilrana's on high alert. She's
Yeah.
all innuendos are going.
Yeah, okay.
She's in big sister mode right now.
Ingrid will say, I feel like, Jalessa, how far is this temple? How far, or the shrine, how far does it take to get there? Because, I know I really got to get to that temple, but maybe we need to, take a rest, have a nice time to hang out, get to know each other's bodies. and then we could head over to the temple.
We don't need to have an argument about that, but
Of course not.
it seems like I would like to just go and get this over with, preferably as quickly as possible.
Jalessa says, yeah, the shrine is going to take a while to get there, so... Oh, I know. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed. We have those all-terrain varmints back at the house. We could ride those down there if you want.
That's a great idea.
I only have enough for, I guess, 2 people on a varmint for 6 people to go, so I'm very curious as to what is in this shrine, but also I don't know if we can all go. So, Thaladin, if you said you wanted to go and protect, that's fine. You can go. It's your island, so if you would rather go, I'll stay here, but...
What exactly is an all-terrain varmint?
Oh, and by this point, you guys are walking back to the manor, and you are led to the all-terrain varmint stables, which are there now, where there is a giant ferret.
We're going to ride on that?
Yeah, there's a giant ferret. There's a giant, what else could be there? Like a chinchilla and a giant, a little red panda. Yeah.
Oh my
So,
god, I want to ride on the red panda so bad.
So those are the varmints, and they have saddles that make it so that 2 people can ride upon the varmint.
Well, I definitely want to ride with Miles.
I need to ride with somebody who
Thaladin
has
looks
some
sad.
idea what they're doing, because I've never even ridden a horse before.
Oh, I can... Oh.
Thank you,
I'll take
Thaladin.
you.
Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver.
The all-terrain ferret comes up and is excited to see you and gives you some recognition and nuzzles.
I've never seen this ferret before in my life.
Oh, she likes you.
No, definitely not.
No.
Definitely
I'm
not.
It's so friendly.
Wow.
I'm just really good with animals.
I don't... yeah, she's just so good with animals. You guys have fun. I'd love to go to some weird cave, or not cave temple, but, I probably would die.
Oh, Mitzi.
It's not a cliff.
That's true, it's not a cliff. Although, who knows, maybe there's a cliff in the temple.
Oh, we don't want to take that chance, do
Yes, I'll stay here. Maybe I'll make Marius take me to go cliff diving while we're waiting.
we?
Marius is like, maybe we'll just stay here. I wish I could go with you, but I trust all of your martial capability probably more than my own. So, we have Faris and Miles on the chinchilla.
Yes.
Thaladin and Lanny on the red panda. And,
I'm excited about that.
And then Hilrana and Ingrid on the ferret.
Chadley.
And Chadley, of course.
The original varmint.
Chadley, just to take the reins for Chadley for a moment, Chadley tries to push you out of the way, Hilrana, and take the reins of the all-terrain ferret, and it goes gives you a snooty look.
You can drive fine, Chadley.
Very satisfied squeak from Chadley as Chadley takes the reins of the ferret, the enormous ferret, in his little paws. Is Faris or Miles being the one that's going to handle the varmint?
Well, Faris is definitely going to sit up front, but she would like for Miles to actually hold the reins so she can feel his big, strong arms brushing against her sides.
Yeah.
So I need Miles, I need Thaladin, and Chadley. And I will say that Hilrana can give Chadley the help action, so Chadley will have advantage to roll to see how well they handle these varmints.
Chadley got an 18.
Oh,
Chadley
boy.
gives off some commanding squeaks and barks at the ferret, and the ferret stands at attention and is ready to go. Miles, what did you get?
I got a 16.
Nice, yeah, no problem. This chinchilla is happy to obey your commands. And Thaladin, using just expert skill, he's like, yeah, back home, and we have these things called bullets. They're these big things that come out of the ground, and they have armor type stuff. We ride those for fun, so this is nothing.
Great. Wonderful.
This seems a lot less murderous, which is great.
It doesn't really seem murderous at all.
Yeah.
See, none of you have met a red panda before.
Oh,
The
are
red
they-
panda
are they
has
murderous?
a glow in its eyes.
Oh, dear.
and then it's gone
Well,
before you
Thaladin
can
seems
see
to
it.
have it under control. I'm just going to I am holding on to his waist as hard as I possibly can because I'm terrified that I'm going to fall off this thing.
He's very stable.
Nice.
He doesn't, because everybody did really well with their animal handling checks, it's nice and smooth. They're also trained animals, so they're not going to go too wild unless you totally fuck it up or piss them off.
It's not like we went up to a bear in
Yeah.
the woods. It was like,
Nice bear.
I'm gonna ride you.
I'm a rat you.
Oh boy.
Now, which kind of bear are we talking about?
So you are racing through the forest on your all-terrain varmints, as Ingrid is whispering in Hilrana's ear creepily.
She keeps like trying to move her hands, place, and Hilrana just keeps like moving.
Yeah. She's being a bit of a creeper. The path leads you to a place where there's no clear path left, and there's a big river that they have to try to either leap over or ford.
Oh my god.
Ooh, all right. How are we going to ford these?
Animal handling.
Yeah. What exactly would you like your animal to do, though, to go across?
How far long? How?
This river itself is probably like 30 feet across.
Ooh, just think about it. Is there any way that, like, my giant red panda can't jump 30 feet in the air, right?
Nope, probably not. Also, just for added stakes, the water looks like it's moving very quickly. There are lots of rocks in it, and then about 40 feet downstream, there's a waterfall that's crashing down.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we're all going to die.
Well, I think as they were approaching this raging river, Faris would put her hands on top of Milace's hands because surely they're on her waist. And she would clutch his hands and she would say, "We have to help our chinchilla find the strength to swim across these waters."
Can while she's doing that, can Hilrana wild shape into a bear and see if she can knock down like a tree?
Ooh, yeah.
Whoa, good idea.
Yeah, definitely. You can go ahead and wild shape into a bear. Make a strength or athletics check for your bear form.
So excited! It's my first time bear transforming in this thing.
Yeah, you all have never seen this before.
I rolled a 16.
You go and smash into the tree. It's going to take a couple of attacks to knock it down, but it is working. It's just going to take some time.
Okay.
Anybody else doing anything?
They're just watching me try to tear down a tree.
Well,
you're a bear.
Hilrana just turned into a bear.
That's awesome.
And just started attacking a tree with no other context.
That's true. I didn't say what I was.
I think that I think I'm getting what she's...
Okay, yeah.
Because I was already thinking about, fording it with a rope, but
Yeah.
how you get the goat.
Hilrana is wishing she would have seen if Milace had an axe or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Thaladin
Yeah,
has an
Thal-
axe.
Thaladin
Thaladin,
has
help her
an
with
axe.
the tree.
Oh, yeah, sure, right. No problem. And Thaladin will come in and hit the tree with his axe. And you guys eventually do knock the tree down, and it thuds to the ground with a very, very loud crash, and some birds go flapping out of the trees. And you are able to let your varmints go across the felled tree. Just make a quick little,
I want to inspire people.
check for for the varmints or for the handlers?
For the handlers.
Okay. Yeah,
Before we make our check, I'm going to sing a song
Oh.
about how we crossed the river on a tree because we're so good at riding all-terrain violence.
This is a great top 10 hit for sure on the
it's one of my best.
on the
It's some of my
charts.
best work, and so you guys are going to each get an inspiration dice. So you each get a d6 that you're going to add to your roll.
All right, so we need Milace and Hilrana and Thaladin to make a roll.
We will cross the waters on this log.
This is very like Christian sounding for some reason.
Because I said waters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thaladin passes, no problem. What did you get, Milace?
14.
Yeah, that's good enough.
14 plus 6.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
so 20. Awesome.
Hot.
Very good. Proficient handling of the all-terrain varmints across the tree and further into the forest to the shrine.
Nice. The Shrine of the Silver Monk.
To the Shrine of the Silver once inside. You must forget how to assemble a very simple 3-piece puzzle.
While adult men grab you and drag you into a closet.
Oh my
That
gosh.
show terrified me.
What was that from?
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Oh my god, it was incredible
I
but
love
horrible.
that show.
Okay, so without issue, you all make your way through the forest. You are traveling on these varmints through the night because it's pretty much the middle of the night now. As you get closer, you feel the spirits within you their personalities start to assert themselves a little bit more. They start to feel more excited and happy, whatever that means to them, and comfortable that they are getting closer to their goal. As you're riding through the forest, Hilrana, you kind of feel Ingrid's arms wrapped around you, and she leans forward and she's like, "This is so exhilarating, isn't it?"
Yeah, I love riding on all-terrain varmints through the forest at night.
I love riding all kinds of things.
Well, that's real nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's great.
What do you like?
Hey. I think we might almost be there.
Yes, and at that point, you see in the distance, at the peak of a very small peninsula, the forest parts and gets thinner, and you can see a little rocky cliff. So good thing that Mitzi didn't come.
She would die.
At the edge of it, there is a shrine to Adria, which is the goddess of seas and storms. The shrine itself is not very large. It's a fairly small building, and the central part of it has a courtyard. It's mostly open air, and there's a large fountain in the center of a mermaid. That's kind of the main feature. You see that there is a little hut that is near the shrine, a little bit further closer to the forest, and that has no lights on it, but probably is where the cleric sleeps.
Okay.
But right now it's the middle of the night. Nobody's doing anything in this shrine. Doesn't really have a whole lot of stuff set up to it. Not a whole lot of stuff going on. And it definitely doesn't look like a temple.
And did you say it's still an active shrine, or it's like
It's an
abandoned?
active shrine,
Okay.
yeah. But the spirits feel very pleased, and they're like, this is where we need to be. This is it. It's here.
I'm going to ask aloud again. Okay, what are we supposed to do now that we're here?
Everyone who's currently possessed, just stay here. Me and Hilrana are going to go into the temple and just check it out. And then we'll give you a signal if it's safe for you to proceed in. Can you do that?
Do you want me to stay here with the Milazor and watch over them, or you want me to come in with you guys?
I think that's a good idea that you stay personally. What do you think, Mila?
Yeah, I worry a little bit that, no offense to anyone, but that you might get a little rowdy.
Oh, no offense taken.
I am very rowdy. I'm sorry, Milaze.
Nice. You are a rowdy one, Ingrid. We just like you to just stay put. Just stay chill. I don't know if Faris, maybe you want to lead everyone in an interpretive dance about how happy you are about this temple. And you can expound some energies.
I'd love to see our bodies moving.
Come on, girl. Let's dance it out.
Do lots of body rolls. Get into the dancing. Do you get into the dancing, Lanny?
I'm going to dance on the other side of Faris. I am feeling some predatory vibes from Ingrid, and I'm like, I'm not into it.
Ingrid, I'm going to make an insight check for Ingrid. A natural 20. Okay, so Ingrid is like, hey, I'm sorry. I don't mean to, make you feel uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. It's just, I'll cool it. I'll cool it.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's really okay. I don't want anybody to feel bad about anything, ever.
Chadley just crosses his arms and looks suspiciously at everyone and pats the ferrets.
Oh, no,
just
Chadley,
sits
what's
down.
wrong?
He's like,
Oh, Chadley. Did I say something to upset you?
For the listeners at home, Chadley did a little dismissive paw wave.
Chadley just scoots his body further away from Lanny.
Oh my god, now Lanny's really nervous that he's offended Chadley somehow. And his
Chadley's
spirit
just
is making
getting
him even more
annoyed
nervous.
because he just wants to be left alone.
This is bad. Oh no. And so, yeah, I'm freaking out over Chadley rejecting me wholeheartedly.
All right, so Miles and Hilrana, while you're going to go into the shrine and see what you can find. Would you like to make an investigation check for me? And you know what? Make performance checks for me, the people who are doing the interpretive dance.
Performance checks for my body rolls.
Oh, that's a natural one for Ingrid.
Well, it was a natural one. Wait, no, it's a natural one. We both got natural ones, me and Ingrid.
What did you get, Miles?
Got an 11.
Okay. I think the thing is that you see Ingrid making these terrible, like, pelvic thrust dance moves, and you can't, you're like, oh god. So you don't see anything, Hilrana. You're distracted by that.
I got a 21, so I'm
Fuck yeah.
I'm really undulating.
Really good dance.
I got a 19.
Nice.
I feel like I'd be more distracted by Faris.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Hilrana was the one that was distracted because Ingrid was being so grotesque.
Oh, okay.
Because they both got natural ones. But Miles, after you draw your eyes away from the undulating, sensuous form of, I know people's names, Faris, and Lanny. Lanny's a wonderful dancer. You enter into this main courtyard where this fountain is. Making a scan, Miles, there's not really very much here. There's definitely not a structure that would hold a temple, so I think that you would realize that it has to be, if the spirits think that it's here, it probably has to be underground somehow. Other than that, you don't find immediately any mechanisms that would help you to get underground, but with some time and maybe a little less distraction from the dancers, or with their help, you may be able to figure out exactly how to get in. Or you as a character, as a player, Lauren, could try to guess.
I think he would try to... So there's nothing obvious that...
No, you just are pretty positive there has to be a way to get underground.
Yeah. I mean, I think he would start looking for some kind of dip in the floor or something that just seems out of place. Like maybe there's a hidden kind of door situation going on.
Yeah, why don't you and Hilrana, now that Hilrana can look away from the terrible gyrating, you guys can make another investigation check. And this time I would say with advantage because you are pretty sure that you have to find a way down.
I didn't do much better. I got a 13.
I got a 15.
Okay. Working together, you guys are able to notice that it looks like there is a very slight edge around the fountain that, taking a little while to think about it, you would think that it's possible that the fountain has a way of descending into the ground. You still, with that investigation, you haven't figured out how to trigger that mechanism.
Are you trying to figure out how to get into the temple?
We're outside.
Yeah, you can come in.
Okay.
You can be done dancing. You guys have free will, like, as far as what you and the ghosts would do.
She's just... Hilrana screams because she's startled. She wasn't expecting that.
And Ingrid is right behind you.
Are you kidding? Thaladin, weren't you supposed to be watching them?
I'm sorry. Ferris and Lanny were doing such a great job dancing that I got into it, and then by the time I realized that they were gone, I had to stop dancing. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm just trying to help.
Okay, do you know how to get in?
All right, let me try and ask this entity. And I'm going to roll maybe an intelligence check to see if it can have...
check.
Can I assist?
You're pretty into that dancing, so I would say yeah, but with disadvantage.
Oh,
Like you can roll with
I
disadvantage.
got a 17.
Ferris got a big fat honkin' 4.
Okay, Ferris, you can't stop dancing.
Yeah. I can't. I'm a dancing machine.
Laniver / your ghost inside of you.
Elantario.
Elantariel. Yes, the name rings out with you. And you get a glimpse of a memory from Elantariel of not a fountain being here, this statue of a mermaid being here, but a different one of like a warrior woman that must have been knocked down. And you get an image of a weapon being placed within the hands of the warrior woman and then seeing it descend.
Okay.
However, the ghost is confused because there's not the same statue. However, looking at the mermaid does have a hand that is free.
The spirit gave me a vision in which there was a warrior woman right here, a statue in the middle of the fountain. And in order to get her to descend into the ground, you had to place a sword in her hand. So maybe we have to put something in the mermaid's hand.
Chadley's gonna climb up the mermaid statue and sit in her hand and see if the weight does anything. And then if not, he's going to take his little rapier out and set it on her hand.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, so Chadley resting in the hand doesn't seem to do anything, but when Chadley puts his little tiny rapier that apparently he has,
it's like a needle.
A little needle. He places it in there, and the statue begins to descend fairly rapidly. Do people want to try to get on it, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm jumping on it.
Yeah, fair.
I want the visual though that Chadley squeaks really loud and falls over.
Chadley squeaks, falls into the water, and then is just kind of squirrely paddling around in the water, trying to get back up to the tail of the mermaid before shaking off all the water.
I'm gonna try and save Chadley so that he'll like me again.
Okay, you dive. Make a dexterity check to. Or just, dexterity check to try to grab Chad.
Oh no! I got a natural.
Oh no! So you
so
leap
that's a
out.
5,
You
but
dropped
it's still a 1.
It's a 1. You leap out to try to help Chadley out of the water. Instead, you just palm Chadley under the water and like hold Chadley there for a few seconds, and Chadley bites your hand and then like scurries up and claws your face a little bit before leaping onto Hilrana's
Chadley, I'm
shoulder.
so sorry. I'm so sorry, Chadley. I was only trying to help. Oh, Chadley, that really hurt.
Chadley gives you the most hateful glare.
He gives you
he
the
hates
finger.
me.
Yes, the finger.
There's one little finger.
Oh, he hates me now.
Paladin looks at you all as you're descending. He's like, should I stay here with the varmints, or you want me to come in? I think the varmints should be good, but...
Oh, you've done such a great job so far. I mean...
Whoa, that hurts, Hilrana.
Sorry.
Come with us, Paladin.
Okay,
Yes,
it leaps
yes.
on. So you all can jump onto this fountain as it descends.
Hey there, it's me, your DM and pal Emily. Are you a ghost? Because you've been haunting my dreams and I feel like a woman possessed when I'm around you. A few quick announcements before we get back to the action. First, if you haven't yet, please check out our fantastic one-shot Real Blood. It's perfect for the Halloween season. We even have some other spicy side quests planned for the next few months. So stay tuned. There may even be a very special holiday episode. If you like the show, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast so that you get the latest episodes as soon as they come out. Follow us on Twitter and mention @RollForRomance for a chance to be shown some love in a future episode. Some fun news, we were recently interviewed for the awesome TTRPG podcast Maka Unchapped for a special episode talking about the spicier side of TTRPGs. We sat down and talked with a bunch of really cool creators, and it was a great time. You should definitely check it out when it comes out. It should be out around the time that this episode comes out, but keep your eyes peeled for it. Our theme song is Neon Laser Horizon by Kevin MacLeod. Full music credits can be found in the episode notes. Now, let's get back to the delve into the hidden temple.
It goes down fairly far in a narrow circular tunnel going down, and then eventually it stops and you are in a round, fairly small chamber that pretty much just fits the size of this fountain, the base of it, and it rests there. So it is now here. You see a like 10-foot passageway that ends in a set of closed marble, like stone doors that have this intricate, similar swirling patterns on it that you saw in the cave.
On doors?
On the doors, yes.
Any that our spirits would recognize as theirs symbol?
No. I'm gonna say I wouldn't have you roll for that. They don't. The spirits, if you're like, hey, look at what do those symbols mean? The spirits look at them and you get flashes of not even visions, but feelings of connection with something divine. Like just a radiant presence when they think about those swirls and symbols, but not an actual word meaning.
All right, well, I'm going to try and look at the doors to see if there's like any kind of, maybe someplace that we could press, like something that looks like it has, like it's carved out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faris will feel if she feels any air moving.
Sure.
Like around a...
So you can both make investigation checks if you would like to. Chadley, I think, would try to push to the front and push them out of the way.
I got a natural 20.
Oh shit! But Chadley it doesn't happen to hinder you in the moment.
That's a 23.
23. What did you get?
15.
15. Is anybody else doing anything?
I'm just kind of watching warily, like watching everybody to see what they're doing.
Yeah, Paladin is on guard. He had picked up an axe before you guys headed out here. Actually, that's a really good question. Did anybody bring me weapons with them?
No.
Amazing.
Chadley did.
Paladin is Paladin and Chadley are the only ones with weapons.
Sorry, if we had time to go back to the house, I would definitely have grabbed my weapons and armor.
That's true, because we went and got varmints.
Yeah, you
I
got
thought we would have
varmints.
grabbed weapons.
Okay, so then, yeah, I would have put on my leather armor.
Okay,
and my
so
weapon.
everyone is equipped as they should be.
Kitted out.
Just double checking in case something goes horribly wrong when you're down
Nice.
here.
In case I die again.
In case you die again. Yeah. So
Chadley might kill you.
Miles, I know you said you're going to do something. What would you like to do?
He's frustrated because he sees them just immediately go to the symbols and start touching them. So he's just he goes on guard. He knows he can't get them to stop at this point. So he's just going to get his shield out and his weapon and be ready for whatever's going to happen.
Awesome. You can feel that there is enough space or a crack between the doors that there is some kind of air, but it's not a big current of air. I'm so sorry. Faris. Faris was the one investigating that. And with your natural 20, Lanny, you very easily see that there is a way to easily push the doors open. There's no real lock mechanism or anything.
Cool.
I'm also going to say, just because I want to be nice, with a natural 20, you can also tell that there aren't, there isn't a trap that's going to be triggered when you push these doors open.
So I'm going to turn to Miles and go, well, you said that you wanted to go in first, so it looks like these doors will just swing open if you push on them hard enough.
All right, everyone get behind me. I'll push the door.
Miles, you can definitely push the double doors open. They're a little heavy. They haven't been moved in a very long time, so there's a thick layer of dust as you open up into this chamber. The air is definitely stale in here. It hasn't been opened in God knows how long. Inside this room, the walls themselves are made out of a intricate stone with veins of gold and silver, and more of the swirling patterns are carved into the walls, and you see that there are 2 pedestals in this chamber with small bowls inset into them at the top of them, and they're about, I would say, 3 feet tall, in case that helps you for any reason. And then across directly from where you entered, there is another set of double doors that are closed.
Chadley's gonna run in front of Miles.
Yes,
I don't know if he has any plans, but he just wants to be in front of everybody. And he's gonna start looking around, checking stuff out.
Yep, everyone touch everything again. It's going well so far.
Well, Faris wants to check out the bowls.
Okay, yeah. Go over and look at those bowls. Check them out.
I'm just going to dance over.
Ooh.
I did investigation.
Yeah.
15 again.
Looking at these bowls, they're made out of a nice thick stone that looks similar to the walls and the pedestals themselves. You don't detect any residue of something that maybe had lain in there before. There's not blood or
my question.
or you don't see any stains like that in the bowl itself. It's very clean and empty.
I'm going to look around the walls, to see if there's anything on them or if there's any, secret door looking.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
A natural 1.
Oh, I was thought you were going to say a natural 20 again.
No.
You're pressing against the seams of the carvings on the wall, and you get to the other side where there is another set of these thick double doors, and you're like, I can probably just push these open, right? And you get your fingers kind of caught in it when you try to feel through there, and it smarts a little bit. They don't seem like they're going to open like the other ones did, though.
Oh, okay. So these are the ones that are opposite?
Yes.
Yeah. The obvious doors.
The obvious doors.
Can I investigate to see if there's some sort of mechanism to open the doors somewhere?
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check.
14.
I would say that you don't see visibly a mechanism that leads from these pedestals and bowls to the doors themselves. However, being somebody who is, in this moment, thinking clearly, especially compared to everybody else, you definitely get the impression that there has to be some kind of interaction with these bowls there's nothing else in the space that you can pick out that would make the doors open, unless you were to like physically try to bust those other doors open, and they're made of thick stone, so it would be hard.
Chadley's gonna run over and sit in one of the bowls and see it, and then he's gonna like point to the other bowl to try to get Hilrana to sit in it, and she just looks at him like, no.
Okay, so Chadley's sitting in one of the bowls
He's
now.
just sitting there, all disgruntled.
Amazing.
Once again, I'm going to try and ask my spirit, like, oh, spirit, what do we do?
Elantariel speaks with you, reaching out. You see her arms spread wide open, her heart chakra open to the universe.
Wow.
And she just has this feeling of being empty and waiting for the divine spirit to fill her. It does not give you any sense of what you're fucking supposed to do with
That's
people.
not helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elantariel.
Can Chadley commune with his ghost?
Yeah, sure. What's your ghost's name?
Uthanel?
Uthanel, yes. What is Chadley trying to ask Uthanel?
How do we get that door open?
How do we get that door open? Good question. So I would like you to make... I think that because we can't understand exactly what Chadley's seeing, instead make an intelligence check for Chadley, and because of Uthanel's
he gets
abilities, he gets a good bonus to that roll.
Ugh. 6 plus 4 is 10.
Chadley gets this almost like winces a little bit because the spirit within him is so frustrated that Chadley can't understand what is going on. So not really any good tips for Chadley.
He just has a heavy sigh and looks even more disgruntled than he did a moment ago.
Well, I guess Faris she's gonna keep dancing.
Ooh, keep dancing.
But she's gonna think, okay, who are you? What's your name? What do you want?
Okay,
What do we do
and
with
what
this
is your spirit's name?
Safrael.
Safrael, you see a vision of her doing the same dance moves that you're currently doing and gathering up all of her love and divine inspiration and just channeling it through her body and out to everyone who views her. Doesn't have much to do with these bowls, though.
Oh, that's okay. Faris is into it.
Yeah. Belden's like, I could try to use my axe to bust down that door, but I'll probably break the axe before it breaks the door.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, don't mess up the temple, man. Ingrid, are you feeling anything?
I was just gonna say, maybe if we, join our bodies and spirits together, we can just channel that energy into the empty receptacles that are here.
Ingrid, is this a real idea, or are you just trying to get some action in the temple?
Why can't it be both?
All right, I will try and join our energy or whatever.
Chadley, again, angrily points to the other bowl, and he wants someone else to sit in it.
Okay, I'm going to try and sit in the bowl across from Chadley. I'm going to try and redeem myself to the squirrel.
He does look happy that someone's listening to him,
Okay.
because he's obviously the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
Well-
All right, I'm going to literally put
sit your
one of my
butt-
butt cheeks inside the bowl.
Are you gonna sit completely in
I'm
the
trying
bowl?
to.
Okay. Yeah, you can fit your whole butt in the bowl.
Okay, my whole butt's in there.
Yeah, so you and Chadley are sitting in these bowls, and a moment passes, and then the doors open.
Oh my god.
Really?
Oh my
And Chadley is just filled with this indignant righteousness.
And now he goes and he jumps in your lap, and he gives you a little squirrel high five.
Oh, we're friends again.
And now he considers you the most superior person in the room because you listen to him, who is actually the most superior person in the room.
I get it, but I'm number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
You get it. You're
Nice.
way smarter than everyone else.
And I didn't have to join bodies with Ingrid.
Yeah.
Ingrid's like, oh, well,
Darn.
can't win them all.
Yeah. Good try though, girl.
Yeah, you can't blame her.
Now Chadley points to the door and it's which you assume means onward.
Onward. So going into the next chamber, it is another fairly large room. This one has an altar that is set further into the room in a V shape. On it is set a number of candles and weapons, but most notably, in front of this V shape, there is as soon as you all enter the room, a burst of flame shoots up from the floor and is obscuring your ability to get to the altar.
Can we insight check it to see if it's Well, I was going to say to see if it's magical, but that would be detect magic.
Could be an illusion.
That would be an Arcana check.
Okay.
Or a perception check to see if you think that it's an illusion.
I'm going to see if it's an illusion.
Sure. Okay, so you're just going to make an Arcana check?
Yes.
Oh my god! You get a 1?
Yes.
Oh my god!
I got another
You're like,
one,
my
y'all.
mind and body and spirit are empty.
I
and
have
I must
no
wait
idea.
for the divine spirit to fill me.
God damn
I
it.
got a 19 on my Arcana
19?
check.
Yeah, this is definitely magical. What are you doing, Melees?
I'm just guarding still.
Okay, Thaladin's going to go up to the flame and, like, tentatively reach his axe through it and to see if it, like, catches on, like, if the fire affects it. And it does. It's fire, for sure.
Oh,
Can
That's one way to do it.
fire.
Yeah, alright.
I'm going to look around in front of, like, on the floor or on the walls to see if there's anything that's like a symbol or something to press.
Yeah,
Or
just
something to put my butt in.
For the sake of time, if you don't see anything, I'm not going to make you roll. The room itself is pretty bare. It has these, again, the swirling, and as you enter, they glow slightly for anybody who had that drink.
Right.
It's very bare in here, except for the flames in front of this altar.
Okay.
You don't see any secret mechanisms that are otherwise within the room.
Well, Faris is just going to keep dancing in front of the flames.
Ooh, it looks real good.
Oh,
They're
thanks.
like silhouetted.
Yeah. Yeah, you see the shadow, it casts shadows on the walls because the only light source in here is from the flames.
Well, Faris is just, I mean, getting
Is
it.
there
She's just
is there even
dancing.
like a space for Chadley to fit around the fire at all, or is it like completely blocking?
So Chadley could go behind the other side of the altar. There is some space between the wall and the altar on the back side where there isn't fire. The altar itself is a V shape, so the back side of it is the solid part of the V, and the flame is blocking the interior part of the V. It's like an alcove of sorts.
Can we see back there?
You can see that on the edges of this altar there are candles and weapons, and Chadley could scurry up and get to those, but as soon as Chadley tries to go past them, he's repelled by something. It's not flames, but he is repelled.
Can I investigate the things on the altar
Yeah, definitely.
just to see if maybe it's some sort of puzzle or there's
Right.
something?
Can I assist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
give her advantage.
I'm giving you advantage.
Ingrid is dancing with you. She's going to make another performance check.
17.
Looking at this altar, you see a collection of all kinds of things. The weapons and the different candles were the things that stood out the most to you. Most notably, there is a very large, fancy-looking mace. There's a number of books that don't really seem like they have anything written inside of them. When you pick them up, at least you can't see anything that's written in them. There is a pair of glasses. There are like some holy amulets and things like that are just cluttered all over the altar.
From what I'm thinking looking at these is we have to make some sort of offering maybe, and these are things left by other people?
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Anyway, but I'll tell everybody else, like, maybe we need to, like, leave something here.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If anyone has anything. I have some, like, stones. Can I put one of those on the altar and see if anything happens?
Sure. Yeah, you can put a stone on the altar. Does the stone have any kind of significance to you?
I mean, only that it's from where I'm from. It's, like, something I brought, like, part of the earth that I brought with me from my village.
Yeah, definitely. So you place it on the altar. The spirit. Oh wait, you don't have a spirit.
I don't have a spirit. Chadley does.
You don't. Chadley has a spirit, so you don't get any guidance.
Okay.
Whether that was a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm gonna look at the stuff and see if there's anything like
Taking my
if there
stone
are
back.
any symbols on them or something that seems magically significant. Does that make sense?
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
Can Chadley come up and put his novel on the
Oh
altar?
no!
What if he doesn't ever get it back?
I got a 23.
A few of the things on here, it's not, Arcana isn't like a detect magic spell, so you don't really get a sense other than what you could just maybe try to intuit or use intelligence to see. It definitely feels like at least some of these things probably have magical abilities, but you wouldn't think that like a lot of the candles would. You wouldn't necessarily think that some of these books have any kind of arcane properties.
Okay.
You do get the sense that there is some kind of arcane element of interacting either with the flame or with the altar or both. And I think actually your spirit would again give you visions of being empty and nothing holding you down.
Okay, so I think I might do what Hilrana was suggesting, which is to leave something there.
Sure. What would you like to put on there?
I'm going to leave, I have a flute. I'm going to leave that there.
Okay, yeah. Place the flute down on the altar.
Do I get any kind of guidance from my spirit when I do that?
Your spirit feels pleased.
Okay, so my spirit's happy that I did that.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know that?
Yes, I think that we might need to leave something here. My spirit felt like when I left my flute on the altar, she seemed to approve of that.
Okay. I'm going to put my stone back on the altar, even I'm not sure if I need to, but I don't have a spirit telling, but just in case to be here I need to, I'm going to put my stone back on the altar.
Yeah, and Hilrana, as you're thinking about, I don't have a spirit to guide me in this moment, the two ghosts that were not able to possess anyone appear in the chamber. And one of them is floating near you, Hilrana, just looking at you as if to offer aid if you are willing to take it.
What would I do to check what their intentions are?
Insights.
Okay.
And same thing for you, Miles. Another one, a very strong-looking woman wearing the ghostly elven woman with this really shiny plate mail and helm looks at you, and she was the one that you tried to shy away from before, and she reaches her hand out again to you to offer help.
I got an 8.
An 8? It's hard to tell. These things don't seem like they've hurt your friends yet.
I'm going to look at Chadley and see what Chadley thinks.
Chadley looks at the one that is standing before you, and Chadley circles around it, and if he could nuzzle against the spirit, he would. And then he glares at the spirit in front of Miles.
I'm like, okay. If Chadley says it, I'm gonna take this one. Chadley seems to like. Here it goes. Come on, ghost.
All right, so the ghost goes into you, and you feel the spirit of the most dumb name, which is Calathrael.
The first thing I said is, "That's your name?" It's dumb.
Calathrael.
Just kidding.
Calathrael.
The most complicated of the names. Calathrael enters you. Miles, do you accept this strong woman's offer? You can also make an insight check, probably with advantage because you had spoken with them before.
I think he wants to do an insight check, but also ask her and Celestial, why should I trust you?
Make your insight check, and she will say to you, I'm the protector of this temple. I will not let harm come to anyone within its walls.
Well, I got a 2 on insight.
You have no clue. You don't necessarily feel like... The 2 doesn't make you feel like she's evil. You just can't tell. It's going to have to be a decision that Miles makes.
Did you roll with advantage, though? Because Emily did say
you did have
Oh,
advantage.
shit. No, I just did the one roll. Let me try again. Now it's a 17.
Okay, yeah, you definitely believe what she's saying to be true.
Okay. Miles will look at Thaladin and say, all right, I'm going to accept this ghost. If anything goes wrong, I'm trusting you.
I will do everything I possibly can to keep you all safe.
I believe in you.
And the spirit enters into you, the spirit of Galanara. Spirits enter both Hilrana and Miles, and now you have their influence on you, and their insight as well. So Hilrana, because you placed that rock on the altar, you get the sense from your spirit that was definitely a good decision.
I figured it out.
I think she would probably have some crystals in her bra.
Okay, some crystals, yeah.
So she'll put a crystal on the
All right.
altar.
Does the crystal have any kind of significance to you?
Yes, it is meant to enhance her desirability.
Oh,
is she bringing them
okay.
in case Miles was around?
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay, nice. So you put that on there, and your spirit feels pleased with that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Ingrid takes off all of her clothes
Yeah.
and just throws them onto the altar.
Okay.
The only thing that she leaves on, she has a holy symbol that she keeps around her neck. So Miles is the only one that has something left to offer.
Well, Thaladin. Is Thaladin still here?
Oh
Or
yeah,
Thaladin...
I guess I should come with you guys. I just don't have a ghost, so I'm a little bit keeping my eye out, keeping it sharp.
Good job.
Veladin doesn't have a whole lot with him, but he's like, well, shit, I got my axe, but I need that to protect you guys. So he's going to reach into his pocket and take out a little trinket that's a little carving of a small dog and put it on the altar.
I don't know. I feel like Miles would not have anything extraneous on him if he'd gone back specifically to put on, like, combat clothing. So, any ideas? I don't know. I don't want to put up his sword or shield or armor.
The spirit that is within you recognizes that you need to keep those things to keep yourself safe, and she tries to portray to you the fact that her spirit and presence there is enough to keep your body safe. So if you were to leave maybe some of your armor or something like that, that might be acceptable.
Like a gauntlet.
Yeah.
He will remove a gauntlet.
Okay. So you remove a gauntlet. It's not going to have any effect on your AC or anything like that. And you remove it and place it on the altar. And so you all have offered something. Nothing immediately happens with the flames, but your spirits are urging you to get inside the alcove.
Hilrana is going to, like, manifest, like, wood armor on her hand and put her hand in the fire now and see if she can pass through, just to test it.
Yeah, you stick your hand into it very tentatively and you're waiting for the burning, and you feel like pressure or something like licking onto you, but it's not burning you.
Okay, she's gonna, like, as she steps through, like, manifest wood armor all over herself, just in case.
Yeah.
But it's still part of her, so she's gonna go through the alcove.
Yeah, sure. So you get in there, and then once inside, you can see that there is a mechanism that was blocked from view that you could press, and it opens up a set of stairs that descend down.
Is the fire still there?
The fire's still there, yeah.
Well, it seems like Hilrana got through okay, so I'm going to follow her.
Okay, yeah, you can go through. So unless anyone doesn't want to go through, you can tell that the fire is not injuring anybody. Okay. So you head down the stairs, and it leads into a dead end of sorts. There is a hexagonal room, and in this room, there is a intricate, before the swirls and patterns have been on the walls, here there is a intricate carving in the floor that's making a 6-pointed star with lots of swirls intersecting the lines and connecting things. On the walls, there are murals of different elven figures. There's 6 different walls. Each one is depicting a very beautiful vision of these elves in their element, so to speak. And I can describe them more for you if you want to go look at them.
I'm going to ask Elantariel if any of them are her.
Elantariel leads you over to a mural that is of a very simply robed woman with long, very, very almost like butt-length black hair.
Okay.
Elven, and she just is holding clasped in her hands a amulet that is almost in the shape of an egg, and there's radiance coming off of her and the egg.
Faris wants to know what would happen if we all got on a point of that 6-pointed star.
That's an excellent question, Faris.
Can she ask Saphrael?
Saphrael doesn't really give you like a word answer, but Saphrael leads you over to the mural where you see a full-figured woman, elven woman with long, braided, like strawberry blonde hair, sitting at a harp. And you can just see that off of the harp there is this radiance coming off of it.
Ooh, Faris is gonna dance over to one of the points on the star. Be like, hey everybody, come join me.
All right, I'll come join you.
Hilrana's still hesitant. Is there... Can I, like, commune with my ghost again to, like, see if this is, like, a safe thing to do?
Your spirit is very focused on looking at the mural of itself, which is... they bring you over to this slim elf with cropped hair. You see this elven figure at a forge working on some kind of very wicked, intricately carved daggers, and then surrounding them in the mural are all these other creations and things that have been artificed by Cathralia.
That doesn't really help me deal with how safe this is.
No, but you're very focused on that.
But
At least your
cool.
spirit wants you to focus on the cool things that they made.
Cool stuff.
Yeah,
This is like a point in front of each of the
Yes.
murals? Okay.
Yeah, I think Faris would, because she's done rituals before, she would assume that this is very similar to some rituals she's seen.
Yeah, if we each stand on our corresponding point, maybe
Yeah.
that's what we need to do.
That seems like a good idea, and Ingrid will listen to you and go and stand on the one in front of this very debauchery-filled thing of an elven man with a big, juicy booty, surrounded by lots of decadence.
I guess Chadley, he's gonna go get on it, and if Hilrana sees Chadley do it, she'll go.
Okay, yeah. And Chadley goes over to one where there is a very studious-looking elven man with a set of finely wrought metal glasses and a number of tomes.
And I'm assuming those are the glasses and tomes we saw on the altar.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, so you all, are you going to stand at your point, Meles, or are you still like, fuck no, I'm not doing this?
Oh, no, he'll go stand there. I mean, at this point, I think he's just along for the ride.
Hilrana is worried that these ghosts are like evil and that we're going to end up changing places with them and stuck in ghost form forever.
Well, that's a valid concern.
Yeah.
As Meles is the last one to go stand on the point of the star, there is a moment of tension and hesitation, and he steps onto the point, and you see that the runes on the ground start to glow slightly, but there is an element still missing.
Maybe we all need to hold hands.
You are too far away from each other to hold hands.
Oh.
Sadly.
Do we need something in the center? Maybe?
Daladin goes and stands in the center. Nothing happens.
Do we all have to be naked? Because
Your spirit doesn't react to that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Saphrael, what are we missing? What's the point? What's the part of the ritual that we're missing?
Saphrael doesn't know. Doesn't remember.
Damn, Saphrael.
Anyone want to make a intelligence check,
Yes.
investigation check,
I'm gonna make an investigation.
cast any magic? What do you? Yeah.
Boop. I got an 18 on an investigation check.
Chadley got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So Chadley and Lanny thinking together, working together now that they're friends again, were interested in what Hilrana said before, which was that the objects that you could, like, she saw that there were those glasses and tomes in the mural that were also up on that altar.
Oh, maybe we have to get, like, each of the murals has an object on it.
Mhm.
Maybe we need to go get those things off the altar. Although, was there an egg on the altar?
There was an amulet. There were some amulets up there.
Ooh. Okay. Shall we try it?
That sounds amazing.
Let's do it.
Yes, you can go up and you do find an amulet. Digging through those things that is in the shape of an egg that looks very similar. You find the glasses and tomes. You find not a huge harp, but like a hand harp up there. Meles, there are a number of weapons, but probably the thing that stands out to you is a very fancy looking mace that you saw the woman in the mural of her wearing that gleaming gold plate armor and wielding a large mace as she was destroying an army of skeletons.
It's like a glue gun.
Ingrid sees Ingrid, there are there's like a set of tools that you see that was being used by whatever the F that name was. I made it too complicated. And Ingrid sees that there is a goblet that matches a goblet that the elven man is wearing and holding, not wearing. He's not wearing much though, yeah. So
Maybe
that
it's
you
in
all
front of
can
his
grab
trunk.
those and head back down. And then you can all, if you would like to, step onto the points of the star.
Let's do it.
Do it!
Okay. Theladin's going to stand in the middle just because he's like, maybe it'll help. I don't know.
Awesome. Thank you, Theladin.
He also has picked up everything that you guys have left down on the altar. He's like, I don't know, just in case this like teleports us somewhere, you might want your stuff.
Oh, thank you, Theladin. That's so helpful.
Okay, but he's like over encumbered now with his arms filled with all this random shit. Standing in the middle. The runes glow brighter and they start to, almost like liquid is pouring through them, start to connect and weave through as the floor illuminates until it turns into this blinding, bright, painful light. You all feel like divine fire and radiance burning into you, and you feel like your flesh is going to just melt off of your body. The pain is so incredibly intense.
That's not good.
And you get these shattered flashes of images of war and betrayal, and all these different visions are flashing before your eyes. And we will pick up next time with what those things are and what you have unleashed.
I told myself I wasn't going to sing,
That's
but
good.
I love it.
These waters all along.
Faris feels vaguely
The power
uncomfortable.
of Christ.
He will lead us to our destination
On our giant ferret.
Yeah, I was going to
Of
say, it should be the
praise.
Lord led my chinchilla to safety.
Yeah.
Lord, lift my chinchilla to safety. We're gonna ford this river. We're gonna ford this river on the log. The power of God.
We're all going to hell.
This is actually not. This is for one of the gods in the setting.
Yeah.
Nice.